Hello, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, I have been hanging out with the kids this week. It's been spring break, so I haven't been on. In my little book, I had wrote down in my thing that this day, even though I know I was going to be like mostly not doing any videos, I did hit heal with Toni and Elements. So we're going to check in with the elements. So we're looking at fire for passion, earth grounding, air the mental, and water our emotions. Okay, tapping into those energies. Um, Also with earth, even though it's grounding, I really love to use earth for grounding, but I also think it's also practical matters in your life as well, looking at those things. So the basics of the elements and just bring them all together as we do the healing work. We're going to start off with, I'm going to actually start off with a couple songs that have been, like right before I started this video, the song, Isn't She Lovely? It's by Stevie Wonder. It's like, isn't she lovely? Isn't she marvelous? But that song comes up because right when I was pulling out this deck, the Lightworker Oracle, and I was pulling out. I kind of got nauseous, and I thought it started thinking of pregnancy. Well, I'm not pregnant for sure, um, but I was just like, well, I was just like, okay, well, maybe that's a message for somebody. I'll think of, I'll. And then as I started putting my camera up and stuff, I got that song, "Isn't She Lovely?" And that always, that song in there. There's a baby crying because there's like new life, and it's like, and it could be just this you're being shown in a new light. You're being seen in a different way, and also, yeah, it's like this new energy flow. If it's not to do with pregnancy, giving birth to something, like, and it could be like giving birth to a new you, to your new energy, to your gifts, to your business, to your creativity, to the project you've been working on. Any of those things, it's like giving birth to that, or it could be a child too. But it's like I feel like it's that energy, like that's what's coming up because the songs that came before that, I got that song, let the sunshine come in. Oh my god, I love that song. And I was like in the bathroom because I was about to work out. I got my workout stuff on. I was about to work out, and I was just like, no, I'm gonna go make my hair big. And so I just started curling my hair, making my hair big and stuff like that. And I was in the bathroom, and all of a sudden that song came in. I was like, let the sunshine come in. And I played it while I was doing my hair, and it was just like, and I just felt this, oh my god, it was wonderful. And then right after that, Elton John's "I'm Still Standing," and it's like, I'm still standing, better than I ever did. Those songs, I was just like, oh my god, music. It's like this powerful, happy music, and in time. And if you think of those songs came out during like times of people's life where they were telling people to stand up for, what you believe in, what you love. And, they are high, those are high, to me, those are high vibey, that's high vibey music. Those are uplifting songs. Those are, raising up songs. So knowing that you are birthing in this new energy of leveling up on vibration as well. Okay, because I was drawn to pull from start with this Lightworker Oracle, and also Keepers of the Light. That was a couple things. Those are two decks that, and of course I pull tarot decks too for each element because I wanted to get one card out of there for each one of those elements. And I'm drawn to certain cards for certain elements, so I pulled those out too. So I have 4 of those over there, and I'll do those in a minute. But I want to get the general messages that can everyone can take with them. So right now, I really think the energy is, if you're listening to this, your vibration is rising. You are rising. You have done the healing, and I think sometimes we need to step into, okay, I've done the healing. Oh my gosh, I've done this. And just taking a moment to give yourself that pat on the back. Like sometimes when you're doing stuff and people don't know, and you've been working on it and people don't notice or they don't say anything, sometimes you have to give yourself the respect and give yourself that pat on the back. Because it won't always get noticed, and that's okay. That is okay. So take these messages as you need them. Take what's for you. You know what's for you. If you're flowing with me, you're flowing with your intuition. Because I'm gonna tell you all the time too. Flow with your intuition. So our first one out is El Moria. As awakening presence, it says the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Yeah, wear that cloak of protection and love. So stay in the vibration of love. Okay. And that will, oh my gosh, once you stay in that vibration of love and compassion, like I had to be reminded of compassion for, oh my gosh, I got a couple truths this week, and I had to stay in the vibration of compassion and love, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because everyone's in a different place. The story I want to go with is I had a dream, and it was lately I've been connecting with the other side more in my dreams. And then you mean the other side of me, I mean people who have passed. So in this dream, a person who had passed, I don't know why, I looked up because for some reason, I don't know why, in my mind's eye, I saw like a video recording, like somebody was watching me, recording me. So someone might be watching you, recording you, everything you say. So be it. So be it, because I know my truth. So be it. Okay, so to go back to what I was going to say is, in my dream, someone showed up. I won't say who he was. He has crossed over. He showed up in my dream to protect me from an energy vampire. And he looked at me because he came in, and he came in amazingly how he came in. It was amazing. I won't go into details. I don't. But then I understood that he was. I'm gonna take that one and we'll be done. Oh my God, are you kidding me, you guys? Oh my gosh, you guys, this is awesome. Okay, so he showed up, and I knew him in this lifetime, and in this lifetime, I I despised him. I didn't despise him, but he made me mad. And he was like a father figure. You know, if you ever listen to me, I never talk about father figures because I struggle with that because I didn't have one around me. And well, he was like a father figure. I can talk about mother figures because I had a lot of them that came in. That was beautiful energy. But if he came in as a father figure, and when I had the dream and he was trying to protect me, he looked at me because he knew that I knew that that person who was trying to because I had just cut cords, and that person came back and they were trying to reintegrate their cord, and he came in and cut them off, and then as he cut them off, he let me see like what they were doing. And so on top of that, he looked at me because he's like, you know better, you know better, because then he put me in my house. He let me see my house, and it was a glass house. And so knowing that your guides are protecting you, but also the message I actually got from it later on is that even though in this lifetime someone might be, he would, they might be, you might see someone in a certain way. Like in my example was like in this healing journey, because a lot of times we're healing from mother wounds and father wounds and wounding from childhood, right? And maybe in that childhood moment, in those moments, yes, some things that happen to you suck. They shouldn't happen. But at the same time, we have these expectations. And when you your expectations of what a mother should be and a father should be, and you carry those expectations up. And I'm not saying parents shouldn't be responsible. I'm saying when you have certain expectations, like they should be this and they should be that, you're putting them up on this pedestal of not being able to have room for making mistakes or sinning or any of those things. You take that away from them with you trying to make them they wasn't perfect, and no one's perfect. And so I got that. Oh my God, in this lifetime I expected so much from him. I threw so much crap at him that I didn't see that I was being a little brat at the time. And yes, it was a lot of things I was carrying at the time, but I was putting my expectations on him where he was doing the best that he could do in those moments. And on top of that, with his own addictions. Okay. And it made me recognize that. And when he was protecting me in the other realms in my dream state, because then it said and it's like he's still protecting me. And so taking that healing, and when you're healing and looking back at people and trying to forgive people and trying to have those compassions for people, looking back at how you have put your expectations on them. Like, what did I put on them that they couldn't carry because it was too much? And so now I need to have grace for that. And I have to have compassion and still give them love and give forgiveness, because I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect. Okay. Next card, Lady Venus. Downloads and understandings. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. What I just got through talking about my dreams in the astral realm. This and the vampire. It was astral projection vampire. So I'll give you that. So I guess fair warning about the energy vampires, you guys. You might need a warning about that. And, yeah, protect your crown too. These purple, I know my hair's big and I should be protecting my crown, but my guides put that vision of my hair being big out there. So I'm fine with it right now, because I know my protection. I know it. Okay. So let's look at this light work that's coming up. So those are the energies that are coming up. That's beautiful protection, especially Elmora. He's like gone through so much. I'm being drawn to look at his card just because. I love. There he is. Yeah. Extended messages. Spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. Elmora is here to with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up the divine connection and detach from dramas, people, places, or emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you there is a mighty soul light. Allow this light to shine through your entire being, and call on him and his angels to surround you with light and will keep you safe on all levels. And that's what I'm saying, that they have that safety over you. And I had that feeling. So as you know that you are safe and that you are well protected, and Lady Venus coming in saying, as long as you are here with that, and also getting these wonderful downloads in your dreams, getting these understandings, getting these truths just flowing in. And I feel like that's what it's the time for as well. So looking at some light work you might be able to tap into more as you use. And right now I feel like it's more of using this light work from the healing that you've done. So like from the healing that I've done, like this is the energy I'm in. I feel like what can I help the collective with, since I've healed, lots of parts of my soul, lots of parts of old patterns, old wounding. What can I bring forth to you to help you? What can be something? How can I shine my light? And I think just showing up for people, for sure, is a way everyone can help, is just showing up. You know what? I showed up, and that's really important. What's the other way collective can help, please? Oh, they're not giving me cards. They must have some important. They must have a specific card. There we go. Let's get one more. We got Star Child. So you guys, when I said Star, you know what? That child, some of you did, the birth energy is here. I think you are going to bring forth a star child. And oh my God, oh my God, I really, really feel that. I'm going to look at that. And the awesome thing is the star child is an 8. And then the other one I got was earth healing, in which you're healing. And remember those angels being around you, and like a small child, like healing that inner child, but also the generations underneath you, the light of the stars exists in you. The earth wants you to share the light with humanity. You are asked to understand that you are meant to be here, that you have a spiritual work to accomplish. Give up the ideal that you belong somewhere else. to another home in the stars. Instead, let the starlight be your inner being and shine here on earth where you shall make such a positive difference in the world. What did I just say about you guys healing and shining that light here on earth, not in the cosmos? You're supposed to be doing it here. And I have those moments every once in a while where I'm like, freaking, I don't want to be here anymore. This sucks. This is so hard. I have those moments, and I have to ground myself and find gratitude in those things. And yeah, you are here to do that. And this earth healing. And I feel like also it's, yeah, from healing from this childhood, but know that you have this wonderful protection. And when you heal this energy of yourself, you heal people around you, you heal the earth's vibration, and we're rising up this vibration right now. We're doing a wonderful job at it. And I think as people connect together and work together, and I think that's one of the biggest things, is that we have to stop being so indifferent and just finding ways to connect through compassion and love. I was sitting here last night and I was frustrated because I was just like, oh my gosh. And it was something that comes up about race, and I deal with race stuff really well. And so, but I was in a place where it's just like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. I have something there I don't want to be in that. I don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to be in the middle of it anymore. I don't want to be the mediator of it. I don't want to have this, yes, I am black and I'm in this skin, and I could speak up for the black experience. But at the same time, and I have these and I have a lot of, if you look at things like, when people look at like men, women, I have a lot of traits on the lower ends of the people who suffer the most. I'm on that category where I can check a lot of boxes. I'm a check a lot of box girl, right? And I hate it because when you check a lot of box girls, sometimes you don't want to deal with the responsibility of it, because I also know what it's like to be around a lot of Caucasian people or white people, whatever. I don't care. I say both. They don't care either. The people I'm around, they don't care. I'm just saying it. And I love them just as much as I love black people or Hispanic people or Asian people. I can love them all the same and all indifferently. I can, and I can see their light, their own individual light. I see their differences. I see their uniqueness. I see all of that. But last night I didn't want to deal with it because my daughter was here. My daughter's mixed, of course. And and her friends were over, and her friends, the two that girls were over, are Caucasian. And of course they were being a little racist, saying some stuff, and they was on with the boy who's white, who was saying some racist stuff. And part of me is like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with it. So, but at the same time, it has to be dealt with. It has to be, it's one of those, and I don't want, and I feel like the divine has thrown me in the middle of it all the freaking time. Like, you don't get to fit in with black people. You don't fit in with them too well, do you? No, you don't. But you fit in well with white people. But then you throw some racist ass fuckers in front of me all the time, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And so it's kind of like I have I have to look at them and deal with them, and I can't. But then I'm gonna say, racism is not just on one side; it's on all sides. Because I have to deal with it on, both sides. And I even correct my children when my daughter, when she says stuff. I'm like, no, you will not. No, it's not right. No, because it goes all ways. And oh my gosh, I don't know why I got into that, but I did. And Someone needed to hear it, evidently. And I don't want to deal with it. And I'm in the middle of it. And it's kind of, gosh, why can't we just see love for each other? Why can't we just see the people? But some people try so hard, they don't see how racist they are being. Yeah. So going back to these earth healings, I don't know why I went on. I don't know what that. I don't know where it came from. So it says you are making a real move with the spiritual journey. Remember to believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters and you will be supported. So just know, right now, any spiritual journey, any healing you're doing, anything that you're putting forth that is for the betterment of the earth, it could be simply, making sure that things with pollution and water, that I know a couple people do that, and I think it's a beautiful thing because we need to work on that stuff. You're working on how we can have equality for, women, children, how we can have, better environments, better ways for our food, all of those things. If you're doing those things, yes, you're going to be supported. If if you're pouring light into this world, you are going to be supported. And I saw that there's this wonderful girl, and she is just coming out with a deck. Her name is Jen, and oh my gosh, and she has a Kickstarter, and she just started a Kickstarter for her tarot deck, and it was 2 hours in, and I went to it, and I was halfway there, and I said, oh, she got this in the bag. And I knew she had it in the bag because she is doing light work. She is doing work that is for the betterment of the earth. And she does, outside of, creating the deck, she does other things too that is of the light, is of the betterment of the earth. So I knew she would be supported. I looked at it and I said, oh, you're going to be supported. But you know what? I still cheered her on, and I still will keep cheering her on because I want her to keep doing what she's doing, because that's part of my journey as well. It's to be the cheerleaders for the people who find themselves in a stumble, who feels like they want to give up. Because I've been in those moments where I wanted to give up, and I've had someone magically appear to push me along, or even a guide or a message or a sign. I get a lot of signs. Okay, we're done with that. Let's get the elements on, guys. Oh my gosh, we're going to go with fire and passion. You know why I'm going with fire and passion? One is because I have a lot of fire in my chart. And so, yes, I am very biased to fire signs. Well, especially Leo and Aries. I have Sagittarius too, but it's only in one place. Oh my gosh. It's only one spot. So, but I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I'm very biased to my fire signs because those are my people. Those are my people. So, what do we need to know about our passions? Elements, our element of passion, of our fire, or even just for the message for the fire sign. You guys, we have Princess of Cups. So, Princess of Cups is like the Page of Cups. So, what I'm getting for is, oh my gosh. As you see, there's a swan in there, and she is letting that swan drink of her cup. So to me, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I love this. And she's taken off her crown. And you know what it says? It's like pouring into your passions, like your passion process, or helping, taking off your armor, that crown, or getting off your high horse and going down and doing stuff for the smaller people. Right? Like that's that, and it will bring passion. And your cup, if your cup is overflowing, right now my cup is freaking overflowing. I have so many messages, so many signs, so much things. My cup is happily. I got this cup yesterday at the dollar store. It says every day is a fresh start. Yes, there's a coffee stain on there too. And my cup is overflowing. And so to small things, to things that need it, to people who might need to be lifted up. This is why I jumped on here and did this message too. It's because if your cup is overflowing and you have that to give, why not give it? If your cup is being poured in, if you're getting this beautiful messages from the divine and it's like overflowing in you, why wouldn't you pour that out into the earth plane as well? Why wouldn't you share that? Why wouldn't you share that gift? I think this more is this healing with taking today is really about taking the healings that you have done and how you can throw them out into this world. This is so what I'm feeling today. Okay. All right, that was our fire and our passion. Now let's go to earth, which is, I'm going to go back to that practical, something practical we might need to be looking at, something that might help us get grounded as well. So let's see with this earth what we can get here, guys. Well, just earth wanted to do a lot of talking. So definitely earth is saying we have a lot of things that a lot of practical. So think of practical things you can do. You intuitively right now, think of something. Okay, there you go. That's your thing. But we're gonna get a message too. But it was just telling me that I had a lot because a lot was flying out at me. So I wanted to do that for a moment. That's that grounding, like refocusing yourself. Okay, that's another thing is just refocusing your energy, and where can you refocus it at? And what else what message can we get? Thank you. Oh, we got me. Oh, these are cute. Well, are we going to get this would be amazing if we get all court cards. We have a Queen of Swords. So, you know what this is? Look at that. So some of you guys could be totally connected to Blue Jay. So that could be a sign. I know I ended up getting the sign of a Blue Jay. Like someone said something about a Blue Jay and it was like a reader and I was listening to her and she was talking about, well, actually, I woke up in the morning, I opened up my window up back here, and there was this Blue Jay. He was sitting on the back of my fence, and I was just like, oh, my heart dropped, because I hadn't seen him in a while, and I was so happy, and then I was listening to a reader. Linda, oh my God, I can't think of the rest of her name. It's Linda something, but she's on YouTube and I love her. Okay. So, and then she mentioned it and I was like, oh, okay. All right. Universe is trickling some Blue Jay stuff to me. Then I went outside and I was out front doing some stuff. And then there he was again in like a tree over here on the other side of the house and another neighbor and down the street, like in the cul-de-sac. And I saw him in the tree when I was out front and I was like, you're still around. Okay. This is definitely a message flowing in. I don't know what that message was at the time, but if it shows up again, I'll let you know. But so you might be seeing Blue Jay is really connecting with them. But with this Queen of Swords is also in this practical world. So things you can do practically is making sure, like grounded is for sure, but staying in your truth. You see that sword, staying in your truth. So stay in your truth. Yeah. Also keep your boundaries. That's one thing. I know a lot of people who give and are wanting to share, even though we have this abundance. This is the message. Even though we have this abundance of energy, even though I have this abundance of energy that I can give out, I still have to have boundaries with it. Still, and know my truth and know how much I can give. Know how much you can give. You got to be practical about it. About not and if you look at those trees, they're barren. Do not wear yourself out. Do not, don't pour out all of your stuff trying to give in. So you give some, you pour as much as you can in, and then making sure you refill that stuff with things that you love and adore. Mine's working out or yoga, meditating, flowers. These flowers have lasted me forever. I got these like a couple of days before Easter. And they are they're kind of getting raggedy now, but they last a long time, and I'm gonna give them a proper burial outside when they're dead too. Yes, I said I'm giving them a proper burial because they give off beautiful energy, and I'm thanking them because that's what I do. All right, next, that was our practical, that was our grounding, that's tapping into that Queen of Swords energy. Making sure when you're pouring out and helping and giving, your light, making sure you are also putting up boundaries and giving yourself and pouring back into yourself and knowing your truth or how much you can give. Okay. All right. Air is our mental. Let's check in on our mental. What can we do? Wow, that was real quick. Oh my gosh. You know what? That mental was like, I can tell you something right now. Okay, this is beautiful. You know what I was drawn to? I got the Nine of Chalices, which is Nine of Cups. What I was drawn to was this eclipse energy. So I feel like during this eclipse, the energy changed, and it let the things that mentally, the things that were challenging, or with us, we were really able to clear out some stuff. Our we were able to I really feel like we were able to connect our mental with our emotions, our mind with our heart, like bringing that, because it's we had that eclipse, like aligning your mind with your heart. Sometimes when people do things, they just do it out of their head. They don't a lot of times you need to make decisions with your heart instead of your mind, because sometimes when you just make them out of your mind, that's a lot of times that's where the mistakes come in, and that's where a lot of times your ego lives, and is because it's they're trying to protect you sometimes, and the ego's not terrible. It just it holds you back and keeps you back from things. So I think because she's looking at this, that I think that eclipse aligned your mind, your mental, with your heart space. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Where you can get this beautiful connection where your inner, where that moon and that sun align, where your shadow and your light align, like you're aligned, like your shadow side and your light side are aligned, like they're seeing eye to eye. Like I see, like the light saying, okay, yeah, I see you, I'm not going to ignore you. And the shadow's like, okay, I got these things that I'm dealing with, and I see that you want to shine light on them. Okay, I see you too. So it's like that's what's going on mentally, is that you're getting in alignment mentally. Oh, that's beautiful. You guys, I love that. I love that. Yeah. Look what's on. And I don't know why, but I was drawn to this too on the bottom. The world. Bringing a full completion of something with this world card. Bringing a completion because you've done this. Oh, ooh. You guys, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of myself too. We in this together. Okay, last one is our emotions, our feelings. How are we connecting with that water element? How are we letting that water element flow? You guys know that one of my hardest elements is water. You guys should know this. I talk about it all the time. I'm like, the water, you get on my nerves, water. Like, the universe sent a lot of water and like made a lot of people in my life water to teach me a lot of lessons. I've learned from them too, and I've accepted them, and I released them, and I've forgiven myself, and nothing's wrong with water. You know what? One of the best people I found, one of the most awesome people I found was a water sign. Oh my gosh, she's a Scorpio, and I met her at Newt's, and I love her. She is a yoga teacher. She also reads tarot. She's a yoga teacher. She uses tarot. Her name is Irene. She's on my Instagram. I can't think of the rest of her name, but I love her. And oh my God, let me just say, I love her. That is a high vibing water sign. That dude, if you find a high vibing water sign, hold on to them. They are awesome. And let me tell you, I'm holding on to her. She's awesome. And I tell her that all the time. I'm like, you're awesome. So I don't know why I wanted to put that out there to show that I don't have this malice towards water signs. I don't. It's just, and that's with every sign. Because, okay, so you know how it's hyping up the fire signs. If you get a low vibrating fire signs, oh my God, they're in their ego. Like, me knowing that I'm a Leo and I have a lot of Leos in my family. When I say I have a lot of Leo women in my family, I have a lot. I have an aunt, a cousin, a cousin, a niece, a cousin, a cousin. Oh my God, there's a lot. And then there's me. It's a lot. And they can get in their ego. Don't mess with dog. Yeah, those five. So when I personally, that's you hear about me with water signs because that's what I personally struggle with. But some other people personally will struggle with fire signs. People could struggle with me when I was in my, again, I'm not perfect. So you're gonna have all people, but some people are different than others. And emotions, Eight of Swords. Ooh. You, oh my God! You know, there's a song. It says She says, "Let it burn, let it." Oh my gosh! It's by her name is, I think it's by Jasmine Sullivan. It's, oh my God! That's the song that came straight to my head. It says, "Let it burn." Okay, I'm going to turn my volume all the way down so I can look at the song. I don't look at the lyrics. Where is the "Let It Burn"? And it says, you feel that fire, so just let it burn. There's nothing running when it's your turn. Yeah, it's like that's what I was getting. Let it burn, let it burn. So if you look at this Eight of Swords is, and it's very interesting because this is the sign of air. This is a sign of what's my flexible air? This is a sign of Gemini. This is a Gemini sign. But if you look in there, there's a full blown like bull in there. That's like Taurus energy. So to me, what it's saying is what you were comfortable in, because if you think about the Empress, you think about Taurus, you think about the comfortability and also being like grounded and being stuck in a way. And it's saying, let them burn. Let those old feelings, let those old emotions, let them burn, let them go. I know this is Eight of Swords, and I know it's like being in your mind about things and not being able, can't seeing things sometimes and think, but it's in your own. Let them burn. Let them go. Let them burn. Stay there and let all of those old things that build up in your emotions and let them burn. If you need to cry, cry. It's nothing wrong with crying. I will say this over. This is a purge. Purge. Let that burn. Let those old emotions. Let whatever. Oh my gosh. Story time. I'm going to tell you an example of, yeah. You know what else on the bottom of that was the King of Swords. So it's interesting the swords showed up for the water, in our water. So very, very mindy. And but again, King of Swords is Aquarius. And it is, Aquarius is the water bearer too. So the bearer of your emotions and what are you feeling. So story, let them burn. You want to know? I'm going to give you my example of letting it burn. So you guys know I'm doing the deep play thing, and it's like I said, it's in my down there. So in the deep play thing, I decided to, I don't know, do deep play, play with some stuff with my daughter, and I was playing. I'm going to show you. I made this thing. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, okay? I made it, and it's kind of like oh, there we go. It's kind of like a diorama. So, I made it, and I don't know why I decided to do it. There was an Amazon box on the floor. I said, oh, I'm going to use that part. And it's about just pulling things around you and putting them together, right? So I decided to do it, and I did it. And as I was doing it, there was something came up in me from the sixth grade. Like, so I can remember tragic moments or trauma moments or, those healing moments of places I need to heal. I can remember those easily. But those ones those small ones that you might not think were nothing, oh, they left an impact on you. You just, you just don't see it as an adult, but they did. They left something on that inner child. And so I looked at it, and all of a sudden I got flashed back into when I was in the 6th grade and I had to do a project. And it was for it was for world it was for like human geography, like world geography. And we had to pick, we had to pick like a country that we wanted to write about and then represent, right? And like, of course, me growing up in a small town, and then it's, 95% Caucasian. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go for something. I'm going to pick an African country. And I forgot what country I picked. I picked one from Africa, somewhere from the continent of Africa. I picked one because I knew no one else was. Because my teacher was like, okay, you guys, I know a lot of you guys are going to pick like France and stuff like that, and not everyone can pick, have that. So she was, so you have to pick a second choice. So I did all like I did like all countries that were in African continent, right? And so I got mine, of course. And everyone else is over here and they're doing like, they're wanting to do Norway and England and, France and those type of places. 'Cause, that's what's popping. No one's nothing in Africa, especially in my time, continent Africa was popping, right? So I picked mine. Then I get it. And when I was in school, we didn't have, when I was in middle school, we used encyclopedia. So I, looked up all my stuff in my encyclopedia, doing my paper. And so I had my paper and I had this paper. But then came the part with the board. And it was a big board. It was not that small board I just showed you. It was a bigger one. And they had a fair and we had to decorate it and put stuff up around it. Well, mind you, I did all my stuff on my own. I did not have the parents or whatever to be there for me on that level. So all I had was my book report on the table with this blank board because I had no supplies. I had none of that extra stuff. And when I tell you that everyone else around me had all their stuff and I don't know why, but I was in the in crowd. I was with the people. I was part of the Mean Girls. I said it out loud. I kind of lowered said it. I was with those people. Um, they accepted me. Probably because you know why they accepted me? Because I'm a freaking token. You know what a token is? I'm the token black girl. I'm the token black person. So I was a token. That's why it was accepted. But now, I don't see myself as a token. I was accepted because I have fucking awesome ass energy. That's why I was an accept. That's why I'm accepted. Okay, and I know my truth. So now and I'm like, oh my gosh, and what brings me back is that child, that my inner child did not feel supported at all from um my, like, I didn't have support like people around me did, and me seeing that, and it sucked, and feeling unworthy of it, and that emotion was there, and all of a sudden I just started crying as I'm doing this, and my daughter's sitting right next to me, and she looks over at me and she sees I'm just bawling and I'm doing my stuff, and she's like, are you crying because you're happy about your thing? Is it pretty? And I'm like, yeah, yeah. And I'm telling her this, yes, and it's and let it burn. It's a release. These are the types of things that when they pour in, let them come in and recognize them, forgive them, see them what they are, see them. There was a part of you that needed to be healed. And oh my God, let that burn. Forgive that. Let that go. Let that go. Guys, I love that I could let that burn. And I'm glad I could share that with you because yeah, that that how old was I? I was 12. I was 12. Mm-hmm. No. I wasn't quite. I think I was like 11. I was like 11. But that child, ooh, no, I was hurt. I was hurt. I was truly hurt. I was pissed. And that hurt actually turned into anger because I was a very angry person after that for a while. So, I'm just telling you. So I had to burn that away. That has been deep down in me for a long time, and it's amazing that I can share that and come out and say, oh, that came up. And I got that from the deep play. So I'm representing the deep play when I say this. I got that from the deep play, but I also got it from, I think it was a lot of the also with that lunar energy, working with that lunar energy to release things, tapping into each one of those elements that I talked about, your fire, your passions, your wants. What are you fiery about? Though what do you practically need to work on? Your mental, what are you mentally needing to align? Because that's what came up as something is aligning with your heart. And emotionally, what do you need to let burn? What do you need to release? What do you need to purge with your emotions? So, if you got through all of that and you got through my whole racist tangent at the beginning, I'm proud of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're definitely a supporter, and I love it. And thank you for being here. Thank you for today was more about checking in with your healing and saying, "Oh my gosh, I've done all this work. Let me pour some out to others," and doing that for yourself. And so, I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know why I meant to say this right now, but I'm really tapping into some other side stuff. So, ew, I might be tapping into that a little more when I start diving in and sending out more videos. Okay, guys, we'll see what happens. Okay. But you can always contact me if you need anything. Wanted to say any. So if you like it. If you want to subscribe. If you want to, leave a comment. Whatever. I'm here for it. All right. You guys have a wonderful day.